Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. If you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to your April 2019 mid-month love reading. All right, guys, this is for everyone. Couples, singles, don't know what's going on, just broke up, thinking about breaking up, all right? There's a message here for you. There's a message here for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. The first card is going to represent your current energy, what you're going through right now, Scorpio, okay? And we have Justice in reverse. Next card represents anything that's crossing this energy or challenging you. We've got the Five of Cups. Next card represents past issues or energies that you're dealing with. King of Wands in reverse. Next card represents the person you may be dealing with. Moon in reverse. Next card represents what you want, Scorpio. Judgment in reverse. Next card represents internal factors which driving you, conscious or subconscious. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Next card represents your advice for this reading. Ace of Pentacles. Next card represents external factors. The Empress. Next card represents the possible outcome. Four of Cups. All right, so let me go ahead and pull the clarifiers so that we can get a better feel for what's really going on right now. Okay, we've got some characters here. We've got some major players. All right, let's see what's really going on for my Scorpios. April 2019 for their mid-month love reading. All right, what are some messages for Scorpio? We've got Death in reverse. We've got Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Emperor. Page of Pentacles. Six of Cups in the reverse. Scorpio, what is up? Nine of Swords. Three of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Swords. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, what is going on? What are we avoiding? What are we trying to avoid? What are we trying to pretend we don't need to change? What are we pretending isn't happening? Okay, we're starting off this reading with Justice in the reverse, okay? When Justice is in reverse, the scales are tipped. There's a balance things are out of balance. All right, things are biased. Things are not fair, okay? For some of you with Justice in reverse, this represents a marriage that is ending or a marriage that is in trouble of ending, and without the necessary changes, it's not going to make it, okay? For some of you, you may be dealing with a Libra. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. But some of you may be just dealing with a situation that has been going on for so long in an unfair manner, okay? Whether you feel like you're being mistreated or whether you've been getting your own way for a very long time, okay? But now it's at a point where it's coming to light and things are at a place where, once again, unless changes happen, you're just basically stalling the inevitable, okay? Death is going to come. It's just going to take a little bit longer, all right? You're not ready for this change, okay? It's something that you're just not ready to do yet. And there's different reasons, okay? It can also just represent that things are stagnant, okay? So you know, whether or not you're getting your way or whether or not the other person's getting their way, whether or not you feel like you've been in an unfair situation or you're the one who's created that, there's still a level of stagnant energy here with this death card in the reverse, okay? What is your challenge? Your challenge is to not focus on all the bad things. Your challenge, either that is that you're always focusing on the bad things, or they're just so bad. The arguments or the instability. Some of you are dealing with a Knight of Swords type of energy, someone who's just very verbally aggressive, verbally mean. And so you're unable to see the positive in the situation. You're unable to find the good in the situation because there's just so much negativity brewing in the situation. All right, for those of you who are single, with this death card and this justice in reverse, I think it's really time for you to examine, I should say, your viewpoint on relationships, your viewpoint on other people. I feel like for some of you, you're very particular, you're very picky. Okay, you're very like, I only date this type of person. I only date that type of person. And so you've met a lot of people who could have been very good partners for you, but they're not blonde, or they're not thin, or they're not buff. There's always something. There's always some reason why you can't be with this particular person. So for some of you, you really have to transform the way you view people and the way you view relationships in order to open yourself up to attracting a partner, instead of looking at the flaws and looking at all the things that have gone wrong and picking people apart. Okay, and this is not for everyone. This is going to resonate with a few, but when I see justice in the reverse and death for a single person, then it's letting me know that there is some type of intolerance here. Okay, there is some type of bias. There is some way that you're moving or thinking that's really preventing you from meeting or having the kind of relationship that you want, okay? Let's go ahead and examine, well, what are the past issues? Some of you were dealing or dealt with someone who was very controlling in the past. And I feel like because this person was controlling and manipulative and they were intolerant, right, then you've adapted that energy. You took that energy on, whether this was a relationship or a parent, all right? You took that energy now going forward, but now it's time to readjust and transform from that and balance out your scale, Scorpio, okay? Because that's not really who you are. That's just what rubbed off on you from this significant relationship in the past. Again, whether it was for some of you, may have been in a relationship with an Aries, or some of you were in a relationship with someone who was older than you that was very dominant and very bossy, very controlling, okay? For some of you, though, this past energy can just represent a time where you felt that you were the boss, that you were very in control of yourself, and maybe that's a theme. And, you know, within that, it lies that intolerance, that whether or not that is just you, who you are and who you've always been, or whether that's something that you got from someone else, it's something that you need to work on, because not everybody is going to not everybody's signing up for a one-man show, okay? There's never two people in a one-man show, okay? It's a one-man show. You can't have two people. So if you want to be in a partnership, if you want to be in a couple, you got to put down the one-man show routine, right? And balance those scales out and be a little bit more tolerant of other people and what they have going on and what they bring into the relationship, okay? Now, let's go ahead and move on to who it is that you are dealing with, okay? And we've got the moon in reverse. So this is someone who maybe has come out of some difficult times themselves, but this is someone who I think is a little bit more emotionally honest about who they are and what they want. For some of you, this could be an earth sign, possibly a younger earth sign. If it's not a younger earth sign, this person is an earth sign. The Page of Pentacles is very, devoted. They're focused on you. They're reliable. The thing with pages is that they're very slow. Page of Pentacles is incredibly painfully slow and meticulous in relationships. and they just want to be there, and it's like, what's happening? Is there anything happening? Hello, hello, hello. And so for those of you, sorry for the drama, those of you, there, either this person is coming towards you, or you may already be dealing with this person, and you're trying to run the one-man show act on them. And I don't know how they feel about it. I think they're about to either tell you how they really feel about it. All right, they're going to let you know how they feel about it. Or, because they're the page, they'll stick around and they'll do it for a little bit, because maybe, like I said, they came out of something else. So maybe, they came out of a situation and they're in this situation. It may not be exactly what they want, but it's better than nothing, right? So, I just think that, what am I pulling with this Page of Pentacles? What am I picking up? The Moon in reverse is really what's speaking to me, okay? I think they are going to focus on a particular issue. They're going to let you know exactly what it is that they think that should be addressed, okay? I think that they've gotten clarity, whether or not you had them emotionally confused before. They're not emotionally confused at this moment, okay? Some of you may be dealing with a Pisces and a earth sign. So you may have multiple people that you are either dating or seeing, or, that are trying to get your attention. All right. What is it that you want? You want some type of... You want something from... Either you want something that reminds you of the past. For some of you, there's someone from the past. I feel like there's a bond. There's something. You've got Judgment in reverse, and you've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. So some of you, you have children. You had children with someone, and something about that relationship is really stuck with you, okay? I think some of you will stay in this situation because you're afraid of the unknown. So it's almost like you want to stay in this situation, a situation that brings up all types of triggers from the past, which I feel like is... Oh, 12:12. I was at 12 minutes and 12 seconds on the video, so I'm on it. For this month, I feel like the theme is triggering. For this mid-month readings, there's a lot of emotional triggering going on. So something about this particular time period or this particular person is triggering this energy from you. This very intolerant, my way or the highway type energy, okay? And it has something to do with a past connection. Now, for some of you, it's someone that you dealt with in the past, and something about that connection is that you're attracted to it. So you kind of want that kind of connection back, and you want it in this particular situation. But the difference is, I think in that past situation, you were not the dominant party. So now where you are the dominant party, or you're wanting someone to be the dominant party, that's not who this particular person is, or whoever these people are, either one, that's not them. But that's kind of what you want. You want, either you want that energy from the past, or you want to continue on in this situation that triggers you, because it's better than not having anything at all. Because with this Judgment card in the reverse, you're afraid of the unknown, okay? For some of you, it's as simple as you wanting another Scorpio. Some of you have a connection with another Scorpio, but you guys have a lot of bad history. You have a lot of bad blood, all right? And I know that it's like, well, why in the world would somebody want something? Like, I mean, who knows why the heart wants what the heart wants, okay? But let's go ahead and see what's motivating you, what's going on in your conscious or your subconscious, and that can kind of give us some clues as to what it is that you want. I mean, some of you just want somebody from the past. You want somebody that either from the past or reminds you of somebody from the past, okay? Internally, you're working on harmony, okay? You are working on that, and you're working on balancing things. But there is something that's got you restless, unable to sleep, all right, overthinking and stressed out. And Scorpio, this card has come up for you before. So it's like, what is it that every time you get to a point where you start feeling balanced and you start feeling harmony, you start thinking? It's not something that happens. It's you. It's your mind. It's the way your mind is work. It's a thought pattern. It's something in the way your brain is wired, right? So again, there's a triggering going on, okay? There's something about this particular person. Maybe you feel like the person, and let me turn this around because I should have done this a lot earlier in the reading, and I apologize that I didn't. This could be the energy of the person that you're dealing with, okay, Scorpio? This doesn't have to be your energy. So some of you may be dealing with someone who is triggering you back to this past energy when you dealt with somebody who was intolerant. And you're in this because it's familiar, okay? You want this situation because it's familiar. And there's something here where you feel like you should be dominated, or I'm not sure what it is, okay, by a person who's really focused on their own emotions and their feelings, okay, and their truth, but not necessarily yours, all right? So please forgive me, Scorpio, for taking so long to turn this around. I almost want to do this video over, but I'm not because, I said what I had to say in the beginning. So you are obsessing over something. And it could be the fact that, again, either this situation is triggering you and it's reminding you of that past person who was a bully and, controlling. And now you're dealing with that here in this situation. But, you're afraid to kind of leave it because, nostalgia and, fear of the unknown, right? But I think it's that fear of the unknown, that wanting to find that balance, knowing that maybe that balance isn't going to come in this particular situation. For my singles, wanting to find that balance within yourself, but, not knowing how to do it, or not knowing or realizing that you need to find, staying up nights because you're realizing that it's this intolerance or whatever that you got going on while you're single. And you don't want to be single anymore, okay? So your advice is to find some type of stability, okay? Your advice is to focus on things that are going to ground you. For some of you, this Ace of Pentacles represents, really focusing on, for those of you who are in a relationship, building that foundation of a relationship, okay? It talks about the potential. For some of you, your advice is that the potential is here once the balance can be restored, right? Whether that balance is within you or the balance is within the ebb and flow and the give and take of the relationship. For those of you who are single, I think it's about focusing on really grounding yourself and feeling and really believing that you do have the potential to have a solid relationship, that you do deserve a solid relationship. Forget the past triggering, forget all of the things that we've gone through, forget the fact that, we've encountered people who probably were users or manipulators or whatever the case is, but now we can do better, right? And we can move on and we can restore harmony within ourselves, okay? External factors. Okay, this is where it's going to get really good. External factors. For some of you, there is maybe a Libra or a Taurus, okay, that has their eye on you, or that's kind of been waiting around, I want to say. Okay, with this Three of Wands, they've kind of just been hanging in there. So, for those of you who are in a relationship, okay, you're in a relationship with somebody who you are very drawn to, okay? Um, there is someone that you're very drawn to, whether it's this person that you're in a relationship with or it's someone else, okay? Um, for some of you, this person is just as drawn to you. Some of you, this person views you as the empress, okay? They view you as the person that they want to be with, they want to love, and they want to nurture this connection with you, okay? And, you know, they're in it. They're not going anywhere, basically, with this Three of Wands in the reverse. For some of you, there is someone that is got this Empress energy, but they're external to your relationship. So whether they're external to you or they're external to the person that you may be in a relationship with. So say you've been in a relationship with someone and things are very stagnant right now. Their focus for this person may be elsewhere, okay? Some of them, the focus may be on this other outside situation, okay? Maybe there's somebody waiting around for this person to figure out what they're doing with you. And that's why things have become so confusing. And that's why every time you try to restore balance and restore harmony, it just doesn't seem to work, because maybe this person really isn't trying to make it work because they've got something else going on over here, okay? And so that's different situations. So some of you, there is someone, and despite the fact that things look really ugly, you've got this Empress type connection between you. And then for those of you who are in a relationship and you can't figure out why you can't ever get on the same page with this person, or why it seems like they're becoming so intolerant of everything you do, and why they're becoming so mean and whatever is going on, manipulative, and what the heck is going on, and why is everything bad all of a sudden, it could be because they've got another situation going on somewhere else with someone who they've created another connection with, okay? So I feel like some of you know that. Some of you are very aware that this person may be juggling also, okay? Multiple people. So your possible outcome, we've got the Four of Cups, all right? So, you know, until something is done, right? And the Queen of Swords lets me know that you may do something, because you're not going to continue to take this. You don't accept the situation the way it is. You don't accept this treatment, whether there's an outside person or not. You don't accept this behavior, whether you guys have a great connection or not. If you have this connection between you and this person, awesome, excellent. You have a foundation to work and build something. All right? If this person views you as the Empress, but they're not treating you as the Empress, then that doesn't make a damn lick of sense, right? Now, do you view this outside person as the Empress, right? Or is there a total other person for you that's been waiting for you to cut this situation off so that they can come in for you, okay? So for some of you, you've got somebody waiting for you to clear out of this situation so they can make a move. Others of you, you're with a person who's got someone else and they're waiting on the person that you're with to make some type of a move. But at the end of it, I feel like you're going to make a move, because the Queen of Swords is here to speak her truth and cut out all the bullshit. She's like, listen, it's off with your heads, okay? Off with your heads. So Scorpio, heads are going to be rolling, okay, by the time you figure out what the hell is really going on here. All right, and because this is a general reading, you know, there are different people watching. There are people who are in a third-party relationship. There are people who are completely single. And I feel like for my singles, until you really reconcile what you consider happiness, all right, and really get the balance and get these negative thoughts out of your head, you better off, you would be better off being single, okay? Until for some of you, it's not even so much about being single. I think that you have multiple offers and just none of them are really good. You know what I'm saying? So don't accept anything that is not good. Don't accept anything that doesn't please you. Keep these people in the friend zone until they can treat you like the Empress, the way that you deserve to be treated, okay? So we've had We've got the single person that's really balancing themselves out. We've got the single person who's rejecting all of these whack-ass offers. We have the person who's in a relationship that's got someone waiting for them on the outside once they get out of this situation. And then we've got the person who's in a relationship and the person they're with has someone on the outside. So that's 4 storylines, okay, guys? And within all of those storylines, is sleepless nights, okay? Because you guys are realizing that at the end of the day, it's about restoring harmony. And if harmony and balance cannot be restored to this situation, you're just avoiding the inevitable, okay, guys? So let's see what the romance angels have to say for my Scorpios. For this, woo, gosh, y'all took me to the river. When I tell you, Scorpio, I am thirsty. I'm thirsty. I am beyond with this reading. GD. All right, what do the romance angels? The romance angels, clearly they have a lot to say. And I feel like it's only fair that there were 4 storylines, so there's 4 cards. 3 of them flew out, and then we're going to look at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to start with the bottom of the deck because I just peeked at it. It says free yourself, okay? It's time to take back control of your life. So for those of you who are in a situation where somebody's been controlling and they may even have that outside person that they're getting all their love from while they're using you for whatever else, free yourself, Scorpio, okay? Then we have a situation where you need to keep an open mind because your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I think that is going to double back and circle for my singles who I said you have to kind of transform, you know, your type, transform your pickiness, transform, you know, your biases against dating certain types of people. All right. Then we have past life relationship. You've known each other before, okay? So some of you, the ones that are dealing with, both of you are dealing with soulmates. You've got this past life relationship, and then we've got the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. So those are the 4 different cards for my 4 different Scorpio situations, okay? Free yourself. Those of you who know who that is, you know you need to get out of it. For others of you, you need to keep an open mind while dating, all right? Stop cutting people off because their hair color is not what you like, or they're not as tall as you usually like it, or, you know, they're not as muscular as you usually like it. Like, keep an open mind. Some of you are dealing with a past life situation, and, you know, I'll read the last 2. I'll read the past life and the soulmate because I feel like those have a little bit more intricate messages. Past life relationship. The romance angel sent you this card to explain the relationship you've inquired about. You have some unfinished business in conjunction with a soulmate from a past lifetime. This may involve forgiving someone, a joint project, or learning personal lessons such as patience. Soulmates recognize each other instantly, and this feeling is often registered as a sense of romantic or sexual chemistry. The magnetism that draws 2 people together can surpass logic because the purpose of the relationship is healing and learning. Whether or not your soulmate becomes your life partner, you'll experience personal and spiritual lessons and growth as a result. Past life regression can also help you uncover the answers you seek. So I feel like this goes out for those of you who have this Empress connection with someone, okay, that things may look like they're a bit of a mess right now, but there's a lesson for you to learn here, and part of it is patience. All right, part of it is patience, but it's also about finding harmony and compromising, okay? And then we're going to go on to read the soulmate card. Okay, so soulmate says, and it's a very similar card. You chose this card because you wonder if a certain person is your soulmate, and the answer is yes. As we all do, you have many soulmates, beings with whom you share a mystical soul connection and life path. Soulmates incarnate with the plan of coming together for mutual spiritual and personal growth. As you suspected, the person you inquire about is one of yours. That sense of familiarity and comfort you felt when you first met also indicates your soulmate bond. This card sometimes comes to those who ask, when will I meet my soulmate, or will I ever meet my soulmate, as validation that this will occur. Many times this is a person whom you already know. Although romantic sparks didn't fly at first, you'll have another opportunity to explore passion together. All right, so we have different situations here. And again, you know your relationship. And I feel like for those of you who are at your wit's end and really know that this person is out there and they've got someone else, you know, it may be time to free yourself. But others of you who know that you're really in this with someone and it's just about working out these past issues, then it's time to step up to the plate and really be like, listen, with this Queen of Swords energy, this is not going to work anymore. I don't accept this. And this, you know, I just don't accept this. I think that's the first step, is what you don't accept, okay? So some of you are cutting it out altogether, and then some of you are really going to sit back and say, you know what, this is what I don't accept. For those of you who are single, I think you're going to foster a friendship. You know, it may take you some time. It's not like you're going to just blink your eyes and suddenly be attracted to a different type of person. But at least if you allow this person to be a friend, you can get to know them and maybe see where there's some attraction, or they grow on you, or you realize where, you know what, maybe I am attracted to this person once I look past, you know, all these limitations that I set, these standards that I set, okay? Woo, Scorpio. That has been your reading, guys. So let me know what you thought. Let me know. I know you guys are going to let me know. I don't even have to ask. If you want a more personalized reading, you can go ahead and contact me either in the comments or in via email. Like the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss content. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Scorpio.